Hello and welcome back to FTB Genesis. Now in between episodes I've charged up on my pneumatic armor. Just a bit, not too much. I don't think I'm actually gonna use any of the Air Compressor energies except for the chest plate. No, I'm not sure. Anyways, let's put it on. Ooh, and we have some cool colored elements. Alright, press U for armor setup. Okay. Let's see. So, step assist, yes, please. Fall protection, yes. Elytra, let's try it. And core components. Okay. So, let's see. Yep. Looks like the Elytra works. So, my plan for this episode is to upgrade my power infrastructure because this little setup right here has pretty much run its course now. I like to run this full setup powered now, but unfortunately just had this. It's more than this generator can produce. I think with the coal generator they can produce enough, but still, I like to upgrade now. So my idea is to use these combustion chambers. I'm probably gonna make a couple of these at least, but got all the materials ready for one right now. There we go. So the combustion generator runs off of liquid fuel such as raw oil and more efficiently from fuel such as diesel, gasoline and LPG. That's what I'm gonna be working towards, so I'm gonna get a bunch of crude oil that's on the outside here from pools and stuff. Then I'm going to make a oil refinery in order to ultimately refine the oil into more usable fuel for my combustion generators. So we're probably gonna do this recipe right here, which gets me diesel, kerosene, gasoline and LPG. Now LPG is gonna be the most efficient fuel that I can use. See, it produces 70 kilowatts of power versus just gasoline, for example, it only makes 35. So once I set it up, I can also set up these thermo-pneumatic processing plants in order to convert the gasoline into LPG as well. And considering the LPG is going to be twice as efficient as the gasoline, 100 to 80 is a pretty good deal here. Now I have a lot of crafting ahead of me, so let's get started. Alright, so most of the power setup has been built. Now I made 4 combustion generators, but I actually underestimated how much power this would make. So I'm leaving these off for now, and I can just add them in when I need more power. So right now I'm just gonna be burning the LPG, since I kinda wanna set up a buffer of these, and eventually burst them into LPG as well. So the power setup kinda looks like this. These basically output into a battery box, which is gonna be sort of like the first buffer. And after that, there's gonna be output into this basic energy cube. And the reason I'm doing this is because I can actually read this with the comparator. So unfortunately, I don't have any redstone with me. But as you can see, the comparator is getting a signal. And as you can see, if I place down redstone dust, it has power of 15. So I kind of want to use this to set up the control system for this because unfortunately these guys are not very smart and they keep running even if the power buffers are full. So I decided that I'm gonna be using some redstone controls here. Now first off, if I just right click on the basic pipe with a configurator, it turns on and off the redstone sensitivity. And that means that if it gets a redstone signal like this, it turns off all connections. So my idea is to basically read the power output, and whenever this one has even just a little bit of power inside, because the rest of power is proportional, this is gonna fully stop just exporting LPG, which is good because I can't stop these guys from working. And they still work for quite a while. So I'm hoping that this is gonna be enough for a buffer for me to not waste much fuel. Anyways, in order to get the redstone signal over here, I actually made some of these redstone receivers and transmitters from RF tools. Now, as you can see, these guys require ender portals, which I got from some enderman nests that I found in those barrels over there right in the beginning of the pack. So the way these guys work, I believe, is I just place it here. I can rotate it with this. Then got the blue arrow is the input side. And now I have to right click the receiver on it. So they get the same channel. And now we can place the receiver here. Now that I think about it, I don't actually need this redstone torch. So I'm gonna place it here, and I'm gonna rotate it, and realistically it should work. Maybe, you know what, maybe it needs one more block space. Yeah, there we go, that was the problem. So it needs at least one space. Now then, let me actually grab a bucket of these, because it's quest worth, I think. So first the kerosene, then the gasoline, and finally the LPG. I believe that should complete this quest side, which gives me a couple extra upgrades. Now that means that I'm gonna be using these basic universal cables as my main power cable. So I think we're gonna make a couple more of these. Yeah, that seems like a good amount. And how can I upgrade them with just that way, which is redstone 9. Okay, I can do that. I guess let's make like 8. And right now I'm being wasteful with the material because, well, osmium is not actually makeable at this point. So for example, I kept making an enrichment chamber because I need a steel casing which requires osmium, and the only way to get the osmium is through the reinforced alloy there, which is a whole bunch of stuff like stainless steel that I just don't have, and titanium. So at least for right now, I'm gonna be a bit wasteful. Okay, here's some infused alloy, and it's always messes me up. So in earlier versions, this is called the enriched alloy. And when I play dual packs, I always get confused and search for enriched alloy when it's infused. And let me upgrade some of this into advanced. Okay, that's the should be enough. So actually, I think that's gonna be a pretty efficient setup because realistically, this is only going to turn on when there's absolutely no power left here. So this thing has to be empty, which means that this thing is empty. So these are basically only gonna turn on when I need them, which I think is a good thing. Because at least for right now, I don't have infinite amount of oil. You know, I believe I have to make, where's it, the fluid laser thing from Industrial 4 going. There's this thing. So ultimately, it doesn't actually seem that difficult to make. Yeah, it's just doable. But at least I've got a backlog right now, so I'm probably gonna go to it and set up the razor base then. So I think we're gonna move this energy transfer node, and hopefully this pick like works. Okay, yeah, it does. I'm probably just gonna move it over here and put the GPS data card back. That's the one that's in the farm. And after that, I think I'm gonna have to switch out all this thin cable with universal cable, like this. And take. Okay, I was going to say that the electrodynamics machines work with this, but it seems not. Can I just straight up do it like this? Maybe? Let's test that. I guess it's not getting any power anyways. So, okay, let's start like this then. No. Will that work? Does it need like a block update maybe? It just worked clearly 3 seconds ago. Come on. What is happening? I miss Flux networks. Oh, okay. Now I don't know what I did differently, but it does. Anyways, this guy should empty out soon, so I can start up the process here. Also, I'm thinking of moving this thermoelectric generator over to there. Just add a little bit of extra power gen. Tracking, you can see on this multimeter block that it's making a little bit, still losing power though. Okay, so what should happen realistically is once the power on this goes out, this mechanical pipe here should reconnect. Okay, here any second now. And I should see the mechanical pipe reconnect. There we go. Okay, now we can set the extraction on this. Why is it not working? Where's all the power going? It's backwards. Yeah, it's backwards. That's the problem. Okay, let me get a tank. Okay, let's recuperate my LPG here. Yeah, and as you can see, one generator is more than enough to keep up with all my power needs for right now. Okay, I have to give it another try. We're still moving way too much LPG. Maybe I have to find a different way. Okay, so I think I figured out another solution, which is using laser IO. So I'm gonna need a fluid card, a redstone card, and a chaotic filter. So first things first, I'm gonna need to batch these raw logic chips. So I'm gonna need some clay. And that should make me, what, like 32? 16. Okay, it's gonna be enough probably. So let's drop it in the electric furnace. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna work for a while. Okay, well that's fine. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna wanna make is a laser wrench. That's gonna allow me to connect laser nodes and stuff. Speaking of, I'll need to make some laser nodes. First off, some laser connectors. So I'm thinking I'll need two. Yeah, two. Two is gonna be fine. Then make those into nodes. There we go. And now let's also make a card holder. My iron supplies are quite low at the moment. I'm pretty much always just going to the farm and getting the iron dust smelted over here. So anyway, that should make me a card holder. And now I believe if I just sneak right click on this. Yeah, now it activates it. And I think every single card that goes to my inventory. So on the G's, like item card or fuel card or whatever, just goes straight to there. Which is good because they don't stack. So let's make a fluid card. Or maybe I'll actually need to. Yeah, so as you can see, if I press the craft button, boop, it immediately goes away because it went inside the card holder here. And let's also make a redstone card. Alright, so that should be it. And let's also make a chaotic filter with an observer. And now these guys don't go in the card holder, so I'll just keep them in my backpack for now. So let's take out these pipes for now. Instead, I'm gonna place a laser node here and a node there. So, from the downside, depending on where I click, I can go to a different spot. So, on the down channel, I'm gonna get a redstone card and set to input on redstone channel, let's say 1. As you can see, there's a little laser there. Now then, so a little trick I like to do is I go on this side and on the opposite side of where I want to go. And it tells me that this south, I know I need to go to north. So I'm gonna put this on the redstone channel. What's it? Yeah, I think it's this one. Then I'm gonna put it on redstone low. I think that's the proper way. Not exactly sure if it's this button down here or this button up here. Anyways, I'm gonna set the counting filter to be LPG. I'm just gonna grab it, direct them for GI. Okay, so after a little bit more digging, I'm not supposed to actually do this here. I'm actually supposed to do it on the insertion. So let's add then this and the counting filter. And now from here, I don't really know exactly how. Okay, so after messing around with this a little bit more, I figured it out basically. So I still have the redstone mode. And then here, just limited it as it was before. And now on the tank side, I have it set to extract exactly 5. So it's gonna move 5 millibuckets, which is enough to get this guy started. And he makes way more than enough power for now. And we can obviously just change this amount that mounts I need. Over here I just have it set to insert. So another thing to look at is that this one on the channel here on the bottom, I think is the channel for the entire system. It doesn't have anything to do with the redstone part. And over here is the redstone channel. So theoretically, if I set this correctly, so this is set on redstone low, so when it isn't getting a signal from this, it should work. So let's see. Now I just have to connect them by secret clicking this one and clicking this one, and now they're connected. So I shouldn't be seeing any more LPG going at right now. That's right. Okay. And I'll probably have to check on this later on in the episodes and see if it's working. But it should. Hopefully. So anyway, this chaotic filter can go in my backpack. What's I actually need? So I'll probably set up something to use it in something else. Alright, now with my new power setup, I no longer have to rely on those stupid slow air compressors. So instead I can go into a Flux Compressor. So first things first, gonna be a blast furnace. I'm gonna need to make a furnace first. And then upgrade that into a blast furnace. Now I have to make a couple more copper gears. I haven't forgotten about the metal press, I'll get to that soon. And that should be about it. We're missing copper cables. We're always missing copper cables. I'm still kinda stingy on those because I don't really have a consistent way of getting copper. Now I can get to this place over there, the copper structure, and grab all the copper there, but soon I'm gonna have to find another way. And now the Flux Compressor can output a max pressure of 20 bars. So for that they're gonna have to use some advanced pressure tubes. And a lot of them. So I'm gonna need to get this assembly program doing later. Now since I already have the laser program, I just need to get the the drill program for 8 inert crystals. Honestly, the problem with sitting here is that I don't have enough crude oil in this tank. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, only 3. Okay, now we got some. So let's head in there. So what I actually want to do. So I think that secret thing here with this guy. I think it turns on the output on the bottom. Like the text from Turbo Foundation. I think that's how it works. Let's see. Okay, I guess first I would just play Snore for 6. And then the drone is gonna come over. Yep, the output had more. So I guess I can put it on another order for 2 more. There we go. So I can actually just leave this in there. And this will also mean that I have to craft the assembly drill. Which is gonna be more pneumatic. More pneumatic cylinders, more finished PCBs. Okay, good thing is I've got a lot of plastic now. Okay, so if my math is correct, I'm gonna need about 10 redstone chest slime balls, 20 plastic, and 50 gold nuggets. Let's try it out with this recipe. And after a little bit of time, have some capacitors. So now I can add the other recipe for the transistors. And there we go, those are the transistors. Okay, and there's some mechanical drill. And I can get my drill program. And over here, get my laser program. And I can combine them together to the drill generator. And then here. And put the drill just over here. Now I should not have any problems. Okay, let's make a block of compressed iron and put it in the barrel. And now first the drill is gonna make it into pressure chamber valves. Then the laser is going to make it into advanced pressure tubes. And there, so now I have 16 advanced pressure tubes. So now it's time to disconnect this air compressor and change it with the flux compressor. Now first off, I'm just gonna turn this guy off. Mostly because he only has a massive 5 bars of pressure. So I haven't exactly figured out a way to stop the max pressure of 20 on these. Probably figured that out in between episodes. Alright, so now I can take out some stuff from here. There we go, that should clean up the old weak pressure tubes. So now I can just place my flux compressor here. So the flux compressor converts forge energy into compressed air. It has a base efficiency of 40%. So it takes 100 feet to generate 40 milliliters of compressed air. Now speed up ratio reduces efficiency slightly. This compressor generates heat, which must be dissipated to avoid efficiency loss. So in order to deal with the heat generated by this guy, I can use a block of compressed iron, which is an excellent heat conductor. And I can just plop it down on top. And I can also add some heat sinks as well. And one in the top over here. And hopefully that's going to be sufficient. Now I'm probably just gonna give this guy some speed upgrades. Actually not. But I am gonna give him a security upgrade. At least. I believe I have a couple sitting in quest rewards. So that means if it ever goes over 20 bars for some reason, well, it won't blow up. So that's good. Now next I'm gonna throw down some advanced pressure tubes over here. And I'm gonna put them all right next to this guy. Now let me clean out some of the blocks here. So I'm thinking of using Redstone control to control this thing. So I'm gonna use the special gauge tube module upgraded with the module expansion card. Now a module expansion card is made with a finished PCB and some extra plastic and redstone. So let's make 4 of those. Now very simply, I'm just gonna do something like this. So I'm gonna add it over here and then give it a module expansion card. And now when I right click it, so I can actually give it a lower or higher limit. So for example, I think the way this is gonna work is that if I put it higher than 19 bars and set the lower limit to be let's say 1.5 bars. So whenever it goes under 1.5, it's gonna emit the redstone signal until it goes higher than 19, at which point it will stop emitting the redstone signal. I believe that's how it works. So let's see, is that the case? No. Maybe it's backwards. Maybe if I put the lower limit like that. Yeah, there we go. Now it's emitting redstone. So if I put the redstone behavior and this guy to be guys, no, and connect it up like, okay, wait, maybe I'll have to move it to this side. So yeah, hopefully this works kind of how I thought that it would. Now all I have to do is give it a GPS data card and put it inside the energy transfer node over here. And now it should start working. Alright, let's give it some speed upgrades just to speed it up a bit. So it's gonna need more cooling. Yeah, see, I read something about the heat pipes. Oh, it's pretty hot. Okay. Well, anyway, so I'll probably just figure out a better way of cooling this thing down in between episodes. So it looks like the redstone power is decreasing the more the pressure builds up. So it might actually turn off when there's like, hey, 15 bars. Anyways, I'll try to change it. I'll try to change it so it stops right around 90 bars. Well, there goes my assembly platform. But it said it could handle 20 bars. Oh no, it didn't. I'm just stupid. Well then, so go make one in between episodes. Okay, well, I figured out that just using these regulator tube modules worked just fine. So I might have to do some reconfiguring to get out here. Place the lower pressure machines on one side and the high pressure machines on the other. So this stops roughly at about 12 bars of pressure. Let's increase that a little bit. How much 20 is? Okay, well it looks like it stops at about 15.6 bars of pressure. I think that's fine for now. So one last thing that I want to work on to end off the episode is I want to make this audio interface. By using advanced technology, which compresses atoms so much they become as small as atoms, this machine can use the player's inventory as its own. This means you can override the machine and out of this machine, and they will be able to remove to the inventory of the player who plays the block. Now, another thing this also does is that it can accept pressure, and I think that means it can charge up my armor, and thus basically keep me charged up with stuff. At least that's what this quest means. So I thought, why not? Let's do it. So what am I missing? Some press chamber walls. Really out of those. Oh, I have only 3. Okay, then let's make another batch. We're gonna use the same ways to make a bigger press chamber down the line. So what else am I missing? This omnidirectional hopper. Okay, that's easy. There's just some compressed that in. And I believe that's it. Now that makes an aerial interface. So let's plop this guy down and see what it does. So what if you put the armor slot in the back? I'm still not seeing where exactly I can charge up my armor slots, but I guess I can see how it works. Let's just place it down. So there's this reinforced air canister. So in conjunction with some charging modules, I can make a wireless charging system. Alright, well, actually, let's see how this thing works. I haven't seen this used anywhere else. So let's grab a normal air canister and upgrade to a reinforced one. So I want to try something like this maybe. So add my charging station in there, connect it up with some pressure tubes, throw my audio interface there, and now set it up with my main inventory. And now I wonder, can I upgrade this guy? Aha! I see. So using a charging module, I can put it at an audio interface to charge items in my inventory. Okay, and this is the recipe. So it's gonna require 4 charging stations. Let's make a charging module. Boom. Okay, so let's check this guy out and see how he works. Let's see. Let's give it a module expansion card. Already all different, it seems. Okay, let's just add it over here. But maybe first I have to take this out. Add the charging module in it. Put the expansion card on it. And put the audio interface on it. Oh wow. I hope I don't blow up like this. Okay, well I haven't been able to find any sources on the internet saying get explode if it gets too much. So I'm just gonna keep it there and hope it's right. Yeah, it seems the staying steadily at 10. I guess now I can start adding more upgrades to these guys. Well, anyways, I think that's going to be the end for this episode. So, hopefully now with this power generation system, I should be ready to progress even further on into the pack. And looking at the progression line, it looks like my next stop is going to be the molecular transformer. And after that is going to be a point on logistics, which I am super excited for. So, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.